Do you have trouble getting clients to rebook with you? Are you stuck in this constant cycle of having to find new clients for your business? Hi, I'm Tim Cooper and I'm a business coach and author of the upcoming book, Wellness Business Breakthrough. And that's your guide to hassle-free rebookings and endless referrals while only attracting your perfect clients. But today I'm going to talk to you about how to get your clients to rebook and why they don't rebook with you. And of course there are a number of reasons why clients don't rebook, and that's obviously too much to handle in just one video. But if it's something you want to know more about, let me know down in the comments of this video and I'll make sure that I share some more tips and strategies about the different ways to get clients to rebook with you. But today I'm going to talk about preframe, and this comes back to expectation. When your treatment outcome and client expectation aren't on the same page. So basically the client comes in and they just expect that you're going to fix them in one visit. And so as soon as you finish your consultation or your treatment, they're no sooner dressed and rushing out the door before you can even say, would you like to rebook? Or if you do come back and say, would you like to rebook, they're a little bit sort of taken back going, what do you mean rebook? You fixed me. Because you haven't educated them, you haven't told them that, listen, this is going to take more than one treatment to resolve. So we talk about a preframe, and we use preframes all the time without probably knowing it. Like one preframe is that when we advise a client that their pain could get worse before it gets better, so that the next day if they're a little bit sorer, then they're expecting it and they know that that's normal. That's a preframe. Or if you go to a doctor and the doctor gives you a needle and they say this is going to sting a little bit, that's a preframe. It's that preparation for the next step, so that when that experience, so when they feel the pain, or when you've told them what's going to happen happens, they're not shocked, they're not surprised, they're expecting it and they know it's normal. And so this is what you have to do in preparation for asking for a rebooking. You see, most of my clients know that I'm going to have to see them more than once before they get on the table for the first time. So it doesn't come as a surprise. Like you just imagine that you come along to see this person and you really don't have any knowledge of what they actually do. Like, okay, there might be a massage therapist, an acupuncturist, a naturopath, whatever, but you may not have sought that sort of service before, and you may just have this expectation that it's a one visit fix. And so you're there and you get right to the end, and the therapist hasn't even mentioned anything about rebooking, and then right at the very end, when you're just about to pay to leave, they say, would you like to rebook? You go, what? Rebook? Why? You fixed me. So we've got to educate our client, we've got to prepare our client for the fact that this is the way that things happen to get a result. So when I see a client, as part of my initial assessment, so when I'm sitting down there, even before I start to treat them, when I'm talking to them about why they've come to see me, I'm looking at their medical history, I'll say to them, look, it's been my experience when I'm treating people with this particular problem that I need to follow this particular protocol. I need to see you once a week for at least 4 weeks, and then we're going to push that out to 2 weeks, and we're going to push it out to whatever, okay? So they know before we even start that for them to get a result, they're going to have to come and have a rebooking. And then I say, but look, of course we're going to reassess you, because people react differently, and you might have a really good response to this treatment, and you might only need a couple of treatments first up, and then we'll look at putting the frequency out to monthly or whatever. You're coming across as being in integrity. You're not coming across as scammy. You're not coming across as just trying to put them into a weekly treatment program just to help your bank account. You're making it very clear to them that you're going to be working with them, and that your objective is to get their treatment frequency out to a maintenance period, either monthly, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. So they know that you're not there to rip them off, that you're there to help them. And so they're more than likely to be responsive when you talk about rebooking. And so when they go out to pay, they already know before they even left the room, even before they got to the table, that you're going to see them the next week, or we're going to try to go out to 2 weeks. So that's one way. One very, very simple way is just educating your clients and just making sure they're on the same page, making sure that their expectations are in line with your expected treatment outcomes, because you're not going to do yourself any favours by only letting them have one treatment that then they're going to go out and say, oh, I saw Fred and it didn't work. So you're not doing them any good, because they're not going to get the treatment outcome they need, because we know that unless we have a magic wand or whatever else, very, very rarely do we get it fixed in one treatment. You know, that's called miracles, right? They do happen, occasionally, but they're more the exception rather than the rule. So you do them the favour by saying, look, if you want a treatment outcome, this has been my experience, this is what we're going to try. And of course, if they're not progressing along that protocol as well as you'd expect, then you will refer them on to other healthcare practitioners, you know, whether they have to go to a doctor and get some imaging done, whether they go to a physiotherapist, to just send them somewhere for another opinion and for another approach if what you're doing alone isn't helping. Okay, so that's it for the day. So just preframe, don't shock them. Let them know from the outset that as a general rule, multiple treatments are required, and then the rebooking will come as a natural progression. Okay, you can now join the pre-readers list for the Wellness Business Blueprint. So if you go to, the Wellness Business Breakthrough book, so if you go to businessbreakthrough.com, you can get on the early readers list for that. And starting in the early new year, so starting early January, I'll be doing a weekly AMA, Ask Me Anything, where we could come on and actually talk to me live, or send me your questions in live and we'll answer them, and you'll get some coaching about what is holding you back in your wellness business. Because I want your business to shine. I want 2017 to be your year. In 2018 and 2009 I want 2017 to be your launching pad to success, to build that wellness business of your dreams. So if you're looking for hassle-free rebookings and endless referrals while only attracting your perfect clients, jump on the pre-readers list for the Wellness Business Breakthrough at wellnessbusinessbreakthrough.com. And until then, keep shining.